I'll start now.
This is my teacher, Mr. K. And today we are going to make beef broccoli chow mein noodles. First, I start by pouring kikuman soy sauce into a hot pot. I may have heated it too hot before pouring it in. Maybe I should have just added it right into the pot, but that was silly of me. Then you take 2 cups brown sugar to your 5 cups kikuman soy sauce. Now I am adding oil to my pan and onions just to sweat them a bit. Always keep your station clean. That is why I am moving 2 bowls and putting them together and taking that liquid measuring cup and moving it off to the side. Huge shout out to my cameraman for suggesting to me that I add my beef in early because it's incredibly frozen still at this point in time, because I did not thaw it at the right time. I should have had it underwater or had it in the fridge beforehand. But yeah. This video, it was only made because we had leftover ingredients in our walk-in fridge at school. Because it was the end of the school year, we needed to get rid of a whole bunch of ingredients, and this was my way of doing it. And I thought, you know what, I'll take you guys along for the experience. A great cook and chef will know when to use ingredients when it's necessary, and especially if you have leftover ingredients, a great cook and chef will know what to do with those ingredients, even when he's incredibly limited. I was incredibly limited to the stuff I could use. I would have used carrots, except for we didn't have any more carrots left. So I just stuck with broccoli and onions. Because it was still frozen, I had to flip my beef over a few times. And this is only one of a few times that I've actually had to flip it over just so I can separate it a bit. Always babysit your sauces. You can go off and do some other things while you're making it, but you always have to come back and stir it. Otherwise, the sauces that you're working with will either burn or scorch. And scorched sauces will not taste good, because not only will it affect the flavor, but the scorching of the sauce will come up as you're mixing it, as you're scraping the bottom of the pot down. I added a little bit of lemon juice at the time when I was making this. I kind of regretted it because as it was cooking, it smelt a bit like alcohol, but that could have also just been the soy. But overall, I don't think the lemon juice really affected the flavor all that much, but I think it enhanced it a little bit. As you see right here, I'm flipping it again. So right here, I'm going to take a little bit of garlic and add it to my soy sauce brown sugar mixture. I take about one and a bit of those plastic spoons, and then I give it a good whisking, just so the flavor of the garlic can get into the soy sauce and enhance my flavor profile. Right here, I am switching my pans and pot around. I am adding my beef to a larger pan and not a larger non-stick pan, because that's the pan that I will use when I'm adding my noodles. Right here, I'm adding my soy sauce, brown sugar, garlic, and lemon juice mixture to my pan of beef, just so I can soak in that umami flavor into the beef, and it will slightly help it thaw out a bit more if it hasn't done so already. At this point, it's been cooking for a while now, and it's been browned up a bit to my liking. Thank you to my cameraman for helping me with that. Huge shout out to him again. This is also when I'm adding my broccoli before my soy sauce. Sorry. Now I'm adding my soy sauce, and then I am going to scrape out the pot just so I can get absolutely everything. I want absolutely all of it. I will slowly stir in my broccoli just so all the liquid doesn't spill out of the pan while it's on low heat. After giving it a good stir, I am letting it sit on medium heat for a bit, just while I strain my noodles. Unfortunately, I did not include that on camera because my cameraman was busy, as was I. I am now going to add my noodles to my beef and broccoli, so that way the noodles can cook alongside the beef and broccoli. I had to take some of the noodles out because otherwise I would never be able to fit everything in the pan. I would have used a wok, but I wasn't really interested in cleaning that today. But overall, it turned out great. Now I am stirring my noodles in just so I can get the beef and the broccoli to surround themselves with the noodles and just really get up in the grill of the noodles. Really, I wanted the beef to get in there so that way everyone I was serving to could have an even amount. And don't worry, none of it went to waste. So here I'm going to add my soy sauce mixture back in after having to strain it so I could add my noodles. I only add a little bit just so I can get a lot of it in. Now I am plating up my beef broccoli chow mein. I have a whole bunch of noodles and a bit of beef in the middle, and now I'm just topping it off with some broccoli and beef. Now I am going to garnish my beef broccoli chow mein with some green onion. Just a sprinkle here and there, and it will be done. I even had to wipe down the sides, and let's see what my teacher thinks.
Okay, I'll start now.
Keep in mind, I find him very
Well, what do we have here? It looks like beef and broccoli chow mein. Don't mind if I do. That beef is so tender. Not like that cheap beef that they give you at the Chinese restaurants. So nice. Well seasoned. Sorry, I don't have chopsticks. Can't do this the polite way, but I'll just do it this way.
So what do you think?
So good. I could eat this every day.